Welcome back to another video, guys. In today's video we're going to cover how do we identify the break of support and resistance. This is a topic that a lot of people have requested for. When do we know there's a valid support, and when do we know there's a valid resistance, and when do we know that's been broken? So that's what we're going to be covering in this video. So let's get started. First thing first, please read the disclaimer below. Once you've read it, please continue with the video. Okay, so how do we tell when a support or resistance will break in Forex? It's quite simple. There's nothing complex about this. And basically how we work this out is in various ways, which I'll be showing it to you in a minute. So what is support? Support is a level that the price tends to stop falling from, or even may bounce from as well. So it's like a floor. So let's just say that when it goes to the support level, it bounces from there. Now that support level is valid. Again, there's resistance is the opposite support. So resistance is like roof. So let's just say that the price is going up by making high highs and high lows, and it goes to the resistance level, and it gets pushed down again. So that resistance level then becomes valid. If it breaks the resistance level, then that resistance level isn't valid anymore, for the reason that that resistance has been broken, and we'll be looking for the trend. Obviously, usually a resistance we look for sells, and usually a support we look for buys. But if a support gets broken, then we don't look for buys anymore, and if a resistance gets broken, we don't look for sells anymore. This is something that I've covered in my previous videos as well. So if you're confused about what support and resistance is, I've also made a very detailed video on my YouTube channel, so please refer back to that. But this video is all about recognizing the break of support and resistance, and how do we identify that it's been broken. How do we make sure that it's been broken, it's not just a false break. How and what to do when a support or resistance level gets broken, and what are the things that we need to consider when for this particular thing. For instance, for us to realize that a support or resistance level has been broken. Okay, if you're enjoying the content that I'm providing, please like, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you. So these are the things that we're going to analyze, or we're going to consider in order to make sure that the support or resistance has been broken properly, and then we can take a trade based on that, depending on analysis, which I'll be showing an example of as well. So first thing we check is whether the volume. First thing is volume analysis, and what I mean by that is when a support or resistance level is getting closer to, or when the price is going to reach a support resistance level, was the volume quite powerful, or was the volume slowing down? If the volume is powerful, then we can anticipate that the level is going to get broken, because it's coming down fast, and it's not really respecting. It's probably not going to really respect the level. But if it's coming up or down slow, depending on, let's just say if it's going up slow by creating small high lows, and there's not powerful moves, like for instance like these here, can you see that's going up really powerful, whereas on this side it's just slowing down. For instance here it's slowing down. So if the move is powerful, if the move is slowing down, then this will help us to analyze whether the support or resistance level will get broken or not. And this is what we're going to identify this by watching what the price does at that particular level and how it reacts at the particular level. So this will give us an idea of what could possibly happen next. We can also use trend indicators. These are things like the moving average. So once you see that, for instance here you've got moving averages here, there's a trend indicators, and the price is going up. So the price is above moving average and it's going up, but the moment it breaks the moving averages, for instance here, it went below that, you will see that there's also a crossover. So I've also got a video on the moving averages as well, which helps you identify the trend a lot more better. So if you want a detailed video on moving averages, there's a video on my channel. So as you can tell in this example, the price was respecting moving averages, but then when it broke the moving average and it fell down, there was a moving average crossover here as well, indicating that the price could go down, and then now It did go down, but then it came back up again, and it started started respecting the moving averages again. And then there's also another crossover indicating that the price is now going up, and the price was respecting moving averages by staying above that. So this is something that we can consider as well when we're thinking about whether a support or resistance level would be held or not. Another thing we can do is price patterns. So these are things like, the head and shoulders. So like, for example, here we've got head and shoulder just behind there. That's the left shoulder, that's the head, and that's the right shoulder. And these are typically like price reversal patterns. And then, if that happens at your resistance level, so this was a resistance level indeed here, as you can tell. And we've seen the head and shoulder pattern, and the price did fall below that, and it fell below the moving averages as well. So we can work this out, and we can put this together to say that, look, the resistance level is not getting broken and it's been respected, and then we can take our trade based on that, wherever we're anticipating to go. There's also things like the economic factors as well, so things like the news and the events, for example, like the CPI. There's also things like the candlestick patterns, as you can tell, whether the candlesticks are getting weaker. For instance, here, whether do we have a hanging man or a hammer, whether we have a doji candle, and obviously I've got a more detailed video of that as well on my YouTube channel. So these are the things that we need to consider. There's also things like the market sentiment. A market sentiment is something that it helps us to calculate how many traders are long and how many traders are short. So let's just say if there's 70% long traders and 30% short traders, then there's a higher chance of the market sentiment going against the traders, against the majority. For example, let's just say, like I was saying, there's 30% long traders and 70% short traders, then the market will most likely go against the majority of the traders, for example, like the 70%. So it will go upwards against the sellers, just to take them out. And then this is something that we can anticipate. This is something that we can use in our trading to see that majority of traders are going to lose money, so we don't want to be on the majority side, we want to be on the minority side. And if that goes along with our trading plan, if that goes along with our direction that we want to trade in, then this is something that we can add as an extra confidence to our trading, and then hopefully use that as an extra probability to take the trade in the opposite direction of where the majority of traders are taking their trades. There's also things like the use of stop losses, so we need to consider that where could the more stop losses be. For instance, here, as we know, if someone took a short here, the stop loss would be above this wick here, and there we've had a break that took those stop losses but then fell down. So this is something that we need to consider, where the stop losses are likely to be, and the market will take those stop losses out, then go in the direction 9 times out of 10. So this is something that's really important as well, and this is a factor that we need to consider when we're analyzing whether a support or resistance level will be broken. So here's an example that I've gathered for you guys, just to show you how it works. So as you can tell here, we've had, this is a support level, so support. So it's bouncing off from there. And what I meant by the volume as well, volumes, as you can tell, when it got to the support level, the volume decreased, and this bit here, we can tell the smaller candles and the volume decreased. And then that means that a support level there's less chances of a support level being broken when the volume is like this, because the candlesticks are small, the market is exhausted, and we can't anticipate that the market will break it because the volume has died down. Again, the volume died down here as well. There's a stronger volume here, but then followed by again weakness here, and then we've got a doji there as well, just to say that this support level will not be broken. But then coming on to this example here, as you can tell, guys, we've had there's a little structure type of thing here, and that structure was broken. So the sellers are in control, and the sellers went down by putting these 3 crows as well, so they're going downwards. And then if the market's actually falling down there, and then we've seen that it went below the moving average as well. We've also seen that we've seen a bit of the sellers did try something that to push the market up, but then the buyers, but the sellers took control and engulfed that, and it fell below that particular level, and then if we've had an engulfing candle as well, and then that went through our support level, so it wasn't stopping like the way it was stopping before. So at this point we can tell that we can tell that the support level is broken, and then we can anticipate to take a trade when it breaks the support level, and when the body closes below that level. It's then when it closes below that line, then it means that the support is broken. So we can take a trade on the break of this once there's a valid candle that's closure below that. So we can possibly enter on this candle here, we can put stop loss above here, and then we can take profit 1 to 2, 1 to 3, depending on what it is. So this is when we know the support level has been broken, because there's powerful candles coming towards it. The sellers are in control, they didn't respect the level that they did before, and it fell through that. So that's how we know. And then again, the moving averages are now above the price as well, meaning that this could possibly go down for a long way. We've got a death cross there as well, so the moving averages have crossed over each other, meaning that they're facing downwards as well, meaning that the support level is no longer valid, and there's a valid break of support, meaning that we can look for sell positions. That's the sentiment I was talking about, guys. So as you can tell, there's less people that are short, and then there's more people that are long. And again, market went against the majority of people which were long, and it fell below the support level. And we've also got an RSI reading here as well, so RSI was showing oversold. So this is another example that we can put together, and we can see that there's a strong closure here, followed by an engulfing candle. That's a pattern that we can use. And we can also see that the market is just carrying on down, and the buyers are not in control. There's less exhaustion, there's less power by the buyers, and there's more sellers are in control, pushing the market down. So in conclusion, guys, this is prediction support level break could be a complex thing. We need to work with this by adding multiple factors together, and hopefully if it's fundamental and technical, both such as the news, and we've got technical data like I've shown you earlier on, the moving averages, the break of structure, the powerful candles, the patterns, the exhaustion, and so on and so forth, as well as the sentiment. So these are the things that help us to understand when the support level might break and where do we take the trade from. Again, these techniques and methods do not guarantee 100% success, but we can use these as a probable factor to be on the right side of the market, and to take the trade in the right side of the direction of the market instead of going against the market. And when the support is no longer valid, we don't want to be buying from there. We'll enter on the break, we'll use the right appropriate stop losses and take profit levels, and hopefully trade in the direction that the market is going with. So again, practice makes perfect. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please like this video to support my channel, and also subscribe for more videos in the future as well. I've also got detailed videos on the RSI, the moving averages, the candlesticks, and loads of other things that's going to help you with your trading. So please go on my channel and watch them as well. And if there are any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.